Because the weather's now turned drier, the soil has dried out a little bit, we switched from our plough now to this machine. This operation is called by some minimum tillage, by others non-inversion tillage. I think both of those terms are confusing because quite obviously you can see that it is inverting the soil because it's burying the trash. And secondly, I would say that it's not particularly minimum tillage because this is a 5-metre machine and you still need 380 horsepower to pull it. It's got 2 sets of discs on it, and in between the discs, I'm not sure if you can quite see them, but it's got legs going in that pull up the land underneath the discs, the depths that the discs are disking at. So there's quite a lot of soil movement going on there, not very minimal. But the reason why we use it is because, as you can see, as opposed to for behind the plough, which leaves a very rough surface, you can see that behind this machine you could almost call that a seed bed. Behind there we could drill our next crop straight into that. The difficulty we have with it organically is that ploughing buries a lot of weed seeds down into a zone where they don't germinate for the next year. The problem with this system is that a lot of those seeds aren't buried that deep and so will come up in the next crop, and then we have to deal with it, which is what I will talk about later on during the year when we come back and have a look at what is in this field or what weeds have come up in it. But there's no doubt because of that we need less passes to make a seed bed, we lose less diesel, and we have less wear and tear and wear on our wearing parts of the different methods we use to make a seed bed, because less is required to do it. Sorry, a little thing bleeping at me telling me that I'm coming to the end of the row. Hold on, I've just silenced that with my elbow. There is a sort of a debate also that, of course, with ploughing is actually what you do is you destroy the sort of, if you're ploughing at 8 inches, you destroy the top sort of ecosystem, the top 8 inches of the soil, because all the worms and all the holes and everything that has been made by them and all the different beasties in the soil are destroyed as you flop the whole thing over, and then the whole system has to start all over again. And with this system, that doesn't happen, but I'm not sure that that's correct, because the tines on this machine go in about sort of 6 to 8 inches, and of course it's doing the same thing, destroying that top 8 inches. The only true type of minimum tillage is when you just very lightly scratch the surface, and maybe that's what we should be doing. But at the moment, this is what we use. But anyway, just wanted to show you the difference between ploughing and this type of operation.